വരുമ്പോൾ കൊണ്ടുവരാൻ ഞാൻ ബ്രഹ്മചര്യവ്രതി ദണ്ഡി സർവവേദാന്ത പണ്ഡിത ശ്രീമദ്വിവേകയോഗി മാം പ്രചോദയതു സർവദാ. Realization is real religion. Whenever Swamiji gets a chance, he emphasizes that religion lies in realization. All the rest is only preparation. Why we have brought religion here is, for us, religion is realization of the knowledge, realization of the ultimate truth. So we are at that point. We have reached at that point. We have gone through Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, and we are standing at that point where our mind should be ready to receive the upsurge of knowledge which should come from within our mind. All the rest is only preparations. So all the 3 steps, Viveka Sopana steps which have passed through, they are only preparing our mind to be crystal clear. There should be no taint on that crystal. Hearing lectures, reading books, reasoning is merely preparing the ground. It is not religion. Reason leaves us at a point quite indecisive. We may reason all our lives, as the world has been doing for thousands of years. So many people reasoning out about religion, etc., etc. And the result is that we find we are incompetent to prove or disprove the facts of religion. What we perceive directly, we take as the basis, and upon that basis, we reason. So it is obvious that reasoning has to run within these bounds of preparation, perception. It can never go beyond. That is the Indian stand, Bharatiya stand, that for religion to be really true, we have to experience. Each person should experience religion. The whole scope of realization, therefore, is beyond sense perception. The yogis say that man can go beyond the direct sense perception and beyond the reason also. We have mentioned earlier, trans-sensual knowledge. As we move from the gross to the subtle, mind drops off, intellect drops off, then what happens? Then what remains is what is knowledge. So we have to get into that point. So that is why in this step of Jnana Yoga, meditation is the only tool which we can keep with ourselves. No other tool can help us. Chanting or dancing to the tune of Bhakti Gana, nothing can help us except meditation. Jnana dhyanavasthita tadgatena manasa pashyandiyam yogino. Yogi can perceive the truth. Dhyanavasthita tadgatena. Through the dhyana we enter into the samadhi. Only at that point the true realization comes. Man has in him the faculty, the power of transcending his intellect, even a power which is in every being, every creature. By the practice of yoga, that power is aroused. And then man transcends the ordinary limits of reason and directly perceives beings which are beyond the reason. Beyond the reason. Sri Ramakrishna's example comes to the mind. What do we gain through logic, reasoning, etc., etc.? Swamiji, Sri Ramakrishna says, you go on putting 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Finally, where are you? In 0. But learn to put 1 before the 0. Every 0 becomes positive. it becomes worthwhile, it becomes valuable. So to add that one, that is what Indian religion teaches us, our Sanatana Dharma teaches us, to put that Sanatana value before everything we do. In Karma Yoga, you add that value, karma becomes Karma Yoga. In Bhakti Yoga, you add that one to the zero of your love, worldly love, it becomes Bhakti Yoga. And here in Jnana Yoga, so much of knowledge we are accumulating, colleges, universities, degrees, postdoctoral. But of what use? You have no peace of mind. See, when we study the lives of many of these great scientists in the West, shattered are their lives. Unless they have got a spiritual ray of knowledge, like Albert Einstein or even so many Schopenhauer, etc., they all got this rays of knowledge because probably they must have practiced meditation on the truth without being a religious principle. So the flashes of knowledge must have come. Just like flashes of knowledge have come to the great teachers of the world, to the great prophets of the world. So, we may not be able to raise ourselves to that condition, but even to make Advaita part of our life, that is what Jnana Yoga should finally teach us. We have to train our mind to absorb the vibrations of the truth. So for that, standing on the path of Jnana Yoga, this is the ideal time. We have shed our worldly bondages, worldly attachments, etc. We know how to concentrate our mind on the Ishtadevata, and now it becomes easier for us. And another thing which Swamiji reminds us in this context is ignorance is the cause of all misery. Our Hindu tradition is the only tradition. Hindu means, as I mean, all the Indian traditions, including the Buddhism, of course. So, it is only here in the Sanatana Dharma way of thinking that the cause of misery in life is attributed not to the things and factors outside, but to our ignorance within. This is something which is worthwhile for the West to remember. The Western thoughts, Western people, Western religions, they should remember this truth, that ignorance is the cause of misery. The misery that suffer comes from ignorance, from non-discrimination between the real and the transient.